Hello guys, what is up? I am the Epinepher121 and welcome to episode 2 of my playthrough of Super Mario Bros. Deluxe for the Game Boy Color. Last time, I gave you guys a very over-needed guide of Worlds 1 and 2 and the secrets. Speaking of secrets, this pipe leads down to a very unique underground section where you will never see any this sort of assortment of coins and blocks in any other underground area. This time, we're doing the same thing for World 3 and World 4, as I continue showing you guys a very in-depth playthrough of this game. I should say the original 1985 game. If you guys are hyped for more Super Mario Bros. Deluxe on the channel, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if content new, and ring that bell to notify any total on the channel. Last episode on the card, top right. Anyways, I'm sure these guys look familiar, the Hammer Bros. Very hard to kill, although if you have a Starman or a Fire Flower, these things are pretty easy to say the least. Right here we got another spring. Remember how I said last episode that you need to be very well timed with the spring? There's one situation like that. Right here, the block that I'm standing on here actually leads to another secret. Instead, it leads to a vine that goes up into another bonus stage. However, this bonus stage is actually a little bit different compared to the bonus stage that you saw back in World 2-1. So you want to be careful of that. Oh, wow, that's unfortunate. Although there's a mushroom right here that I can take advantage of. You'll see that in this bonus stage, by the way, there's actually cases of there'll be cases of clouds along the way, and also there's a section where you have coins and clouds, allowing you to get those coins very easily. Right here we have the infinite staircase, where it's actually very possible to get yourself a 1-up. However, there's actually a bit of a trick in this game. The game does recognize that you might abuse that infinite 1-up glitch. So, after I believe 3 1-ups, the Koopa Shell actually disappears. Yes, they actually programmed the game to be like that. Now to World 3-2, and honestly, my favorite level, and there's a reason why. I like to abuse this level. Right here at the start, we have a Koopa Shell. Watch what happens when I hit this Koopa Shell. Yeah, this was the level to not only get points, but also 1-ups. And the way I did it was that I would be Small Mario, and I would basically get the 1-up, die. Get the 1-up, die. And by doing so, you can actually gain infinite points. It is actually possible to maximize the score counter in this game, just by doing so. The funny thing as well is that it actually is another 1-up opportunity, which you'll see in a moment. Unlike the previous levels that you saw, this level actually has no secret, even though it's the second level of this world. Right here, I'm actually going to stall here for this Koopa Shell because I'm actually going to hit it and show that. Oh, that was weird. You actually can hit those enemies right there. And right here, you'll see that you have another 1-up just gotten by that Koopa Shell. And one more section for points. Right there. And there we go. This level is pretty much the level you want to use to get a lot of points. In fact, it's actually very possible to get 100,000 points solely on that level. On to World 3-3, and probably, in my opinion, probably more mundane levels, but not necessarily in a bad way. It's just more so that this level is not really well known because, well, level design is kind of quirky, let's just say. Oh, probably missed that block right there. We also are introduced to platforms that drop as soon as you land on them. Got ourselves a Koopa Shell down there. And we also get introduced to the teeter-totter right here, where Luigi or Mario's weight can weigh down those platforms. The funny thing, by the way, though, is that if you break that, you actually get 1,000 points. Another way you actually can get points in this level. Weird. Right here we got a section of 2 Koopas on a platform. Not too sure why that's the case. Very weird. And right here, we got a teeter-totter, which we can use to get the top of the flagpole, son. Onto the castle of World 3. And right out the gate, we got a pretty dangerous sequence of obstacles. A lot of fireballs and fire bars at the same time. Got ourselves a fire flower there. The thing is that if you're a Small Mario, that would be a mushroom, and it's actually very possible that the thing will just fall into the lava, so be careful of that. Although, funny thing is, as a kid, I didn't know that was lava. I thought that was just red water. Yeah, me as a kid didn't know game concepts. Oh, Wow, ill-timed. Well, I'm gonna kill that Bowser, which, by the way, is portrayed by a Buzzy Beetle if you kill it. I'll probably do that off-screen. Now let's switch back to Mario for World 4-1, and probably one of the most hated or the most liked levels, depending if you do or do not play Super Mario Bros. 35. Why do I say that? Well, we get introduced to probably one of the more infamous enemies in the game, the Lakitu, and of course the Spinies as well, let's not forget those. The Lakitu is its own beast, but you can actually stomp on him if you can time your jump. The Spinies, however, cannot be killed by any means, at least, except, well, the Starman or the Fire Flowers. Be careful of that. This pipe doesn't have anything, but the next pipe here, there's actually a secret, which you'll see on the top right. And right here, I'm gonna try to be very careful here. Once the Spinies stack up on this level, it can be a pain to say the least. But if you're careful enough, you can take advantage of that, kill the Lakitu, and kill the Spiny. Now, the funny thing is that I'm actually gonna kill the Spiny because of something that you'll see later in the level, the game, I should say. Once you hit about the staircase right here, that's it. The Lakitu will not spawn anymore. However, this level also has the infamous, well, I wouldn't say infamous, the famous honor of having this coin block at the end. Not too sure why. Ending with 2, 3, 4, not bad. But yeah, infamous level because, you know, back in Super Mario Bros. 35 we can send enemies to opponents. Yeah, let's just say if you're in Spiny Hell, good luck. Well, at least the back of the days, because unfortunately that game is no longer playable. And now on to World 4-2. And this level is full of secrets. Right out the gate though, you are faced with this kind of platforming. Why? I don't know why. You ask the developers. Right here we got a secret fire flower that not many people actually know of. And then we got a section of blocks, which one of them has another power-up. So we can take advantage of that. Now right here, there is a set of 3 blocks, and if I hit these 2 blocks here, you can see that it leads up to the block on the left. That block that I'm standing under leads to a vine, and that vine doesn't lead to a secret stage, but more so a secret warp, as you'll see on the bottom right. Once you get to the end of that, you actually can warp to either World 6, 7, or 8. So, the fastest way to get to World 8 is to take the warp on World 1-2, head to World 4, then take the warp on 4-2, which is this one, and head to World 8. Now be careful though, there is a block right here that will block your way unless you are small Mario, so be careful of that. Right here we have an infinite coin block, and we get introduced as well to the Buzzy Beetle. That Buzzy Beetle, as I said before, can only be killed by a Starman or another enemy that can, well, slide. So, right there, that's how you can kill the Spiny right there. Right here on this pipe, however, there's actually another secret, as you'll see here, that leads to, well, an enemy section. Now right here we got a set of blocks, which at the top, I believe, or one of these, I'm not mistaken. There it is, there's another power-up. So we can take advantage of that. More Piranha Plants and another Buzzy Beetle right there. Here you can actually do the one-up glitch as well, but it's a little bit more specialized because of how short the staircase is. And as if we were not done with secrets, you actually can jump up here and go to the right here. If you do that, that leads to a warp to only World 5. And you can see we're done with the level. And oh boy, 100 seconds! I'm sure you know to recognize this sped up music. Especially if you played Super Mario Bros. 35. I apologize if I keep referencing the game, but honestly, I think that's the first game that everyone relates to when they think of the original Super Mario Bros. Unfortunately not this game, which honestly was a big part of my childhood. On to World 4-3, and oh boy, this level as a kid, I hate it because I didn't know you were supposed to have a running start here. And I didn't know you were supposed to have a running start here to clear the first part of the level. Down there we got the Koopa with some more coins, and we get reintroduced back to the Teeter-Totter, which is actually a lot more dangerous in this case because it's a lot more deeper compared to the other Tita we saw. And right here, the red mushrooms. As a kid, I actually didn't like the color red. As a fun fact. So right here, we got a set of 3 Tita you want to be careful of. And get ready for something new. Get ready for the only red flag in the game. Yeah, I know it's a very weird detail, but yes, this is the only red flag that you'll see throughout the entire game. Why did they make it red? Beats me. Now to the Castle World 4, and this is the first time we are getting introduced to, well, a maze. Watch what happens when I try entering from the bottom section of this level. You heard that? That was a That is actually introduced in this game. This is not in the original Super Mario Brothers, but is in this game. This is actually telling you, hey, you went the wrong way. However, if you went the right way, you hear that. And right here we have 3 different sections we go to, but this is how you're supposed to do it. You take the bottom area and you move through. Right here though, you want to be extremely careful. We have a fireball, and Bowser himself. And if you kill him, it's actually a Spiny. Interesting. And with that, that's it for World 4 and this episode. Pretty quick episode, I'll say. These levels in Worlds 3 and 4 are quite short compared to what we saw in World 1 and 2. Although admittedly, I did stall explaining the game. Next time on Super Mario Bros. Deluxe, we'll take an in-depth look at Worlds 5 and 6. And oh boy, get ready for World 6, because one level in particular has the most number of secrets compared to any other level in this game. Thank you guys so much for watching, but remember, the adrenaline rush is real. This is the Epic121 signing out, and I'll catch you guys in episode 3 of my playthrough of Super Mario Bros. Deluxe. Peace!